Florida's first bear hunt in a decade is in the books, but the results are still unknown.
Critics are demanding the state turn over information about the number of bears killed. WESH 2's Greg Fox spoke with one hunter as well as a critic of the hunt about the challenges both sides have faced.
It was a sow, a 300-pound sow that I shot.
Jason Howard was one of the people who captured one of the 172 tags authorizing the harvesting of bears during Florida's first black bear hunt in a decade. After spending a week in the Ocala National Forest, he shot this bear, harvested the meat, and has already had a meal with family and friends.
I hope they allow us to continue to hunt them. Same number of tags, more number of tags, less number of tags. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to see them continue with the bear hunt.
To this date, we've been in the dark.
Chuck O'Neill of Speak Up Wekiva, an environmental group opposed to the hunt, says he's been frustrated that the state has yet to release details of the hunt, approved by Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commissioners in August. FWC said a small, regulated hunt would help to lower and manage the population. But a decade ago, bear hunt opponents were allowed to observe the harvest at check-in stations. This year, FWC had hunters make an appointment for a biologist to show up and record the information.
Yeah, how can you trust an agency that's been ignoring you, gaslighting you, and basically bullying you since the day they started with this idea of a bear hunt back in December of last year?
For people who were honest and bold enough to speak up to the media on both sides of the bear hunt, for and against it, they were also getting harassing phone calls in the last few months. Howard played one of the calls he got.
No, take you people like you out and put you up for target practice out in the woods instead of shooting these bears.
I should be able to do it without harassment.
O'Neill, who says bear hunt opponents have also been criticized for winning tags in the bear lottery, agrees.
There's no call for that in either direction.
Roughly 36 permits were claimed by people who chose not to harvest bears. Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.
An FWC spokesperson tells WESH 2 details about the hunt may be released as soon as tomorrow.